women, which is nurturing. Women are better at nurturing than men are. And there's some things that, like what I was saying, women are supposed to do things that men are not supposed to do.
Here, we'll start with you. We'll go around the table, get everyone's answer on this. So do you think that more women are corrupted by money and power today than 20 years ago?
Can you explain the question? I don't really get it.
It's really vague. I'd say, like, what do you mean corrupted? Like, are they talking about,
how
like...
can I give an example here? Like, are corrupted by money and power.
I honestly don't know.
Versus women 20 years ago. Could this be related to, like, social media or OnlyFans? Corrupted by money.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if human nature has changed.
Now,
That's why I said 2003. It's not that long ago.
Well, there's a lot of difference between 2003 and 2023 in terms of, I mean, we have
of everything.
Social media. I think across all fronts, I think both men and women, I'm not a lady, so I'm sorry, Bender, that I'm answering this. I think we're much more superficial than we were 20 years ago. We're less socially connected, even though we have like social media and all this stuff. We're much more socially isolated. I do think there's certainly more vanity and people are definitely much more superficial. Go ahead, Maddie.
I was just going to say, I kind of get the question. I think that women are more corrupted by money and power than 20 years ago, because now I think it's like women don't appreciate money as much because it's so easy for them to get nowadays. If that was like the question, I don't know, that was my interpretation.
Maybe if it's a little hard for you to, does anyone want to weigh in on this, or are you having some difficulty parsing exactly what the question is?
I mean, I feel like men might see women as more corrupted by money and power nowadays than 20 years ago, because, 20 years ago there wasn't an option to like do OnlyFans, and I'm not on I do OnlyFans, but it's like you can just put your body out there for money and power, technically, because I feel like you do gain a following when you do have OnlyFans, because you are putting your body out there and you do gain people who want to follow you, and just, obviously that wasn't an option before. So I think, maybe men would see women as more corrupted by, money and power now because of social media, OnlyFans, and the ability to just easily put your body online like that.
Okay.
I also feel like I can't answer this question because I wasn't even born 20 years ago.
So we weren't even born 20 years ago.
Was it 2005?
Yeah.
You're born 2005?
Yeah.
Wow. Holy shit.
2000, okay.
2023.
That's 2004.
Okay. Oh, hey, Bender, thank you.
Bender the Offender donated $99. When I say corrupted, I mean women who openly disregard men in general.
Mean women corrupted, I mean women who openly disregard men in general. Oh, so do you mean like women are less focused on relationships and more focused on building a career? Is that kind of what you mean, Bender the Offender?
I think that is.
Bender the Offender, is that? Hello? Bender?
Yes. Oh, no, that's not.
Is that him?
Someone else.
My bad.
Yeah, we're eyeballing. Oh, he says yes. Okay. Well, maybe I can sort of transform this question a little bit. Do you think that men care about a woman's money? Like, do you think it makes a woman more attractive if she's like a boss babe and like is doing really well financially? Do you think, generally speaking, like men find that? Do you think it makes a man think? Oh, sorry, got tongue tied there. Do you think it's more attractive to men? Oh, I'm not.
You got it. You got it.
Thank you. It's getting late. Are men more? Why am I, bro? Am I having a stroke?
To a woman that
Sorry, guys, it's late.
makes a lot of money, is a boss bitch, or one that doesn't and wants to just do nothing?
Do they prefer someone who has money over someone who doesn't?
Do you think a woman's success makes her more attractive to a man?
I mean, I would assume, yeah. Like,
I think it depends on the man.
Yeah.
And what they're looking for in a woman, but I think for sure when a woman can obviously take care of herself and the people around her, it's attractive. to a high value man.
I disagree because there is a statistic that, you know, the biggest predictor of divorce is if the woman makes more money than the man. So I feel like it could almost intimidate the man. And I don't know, when a woman is making a lot of money and has that power, they don't need to rely on a man. Not that a woman should rely on a man, but I don't know. I feel like
I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you. When you say success, I think I 100% agree with you, but I think when I view success, I mean like,
It's not about money.
yeah, it's not about money. It means like she's driven and she's going after the dreams and the goals that she has, whether it be taking care of a family, whether it be being a journalist or anything, whatever they want to be. And that it depends on what the man is wanting in success for a woman.
Agreed.
Yeah, I feel like people are just drawn to like motivated people, and
Mm-hmm.
if you're successful, obviously you're like motivated and you care about stuff.
Not to be Freudian, but what I've noticed is people, men and women, tend to be very strongly influenced by what their parental figures were like, and they either go for something similar or they go for the opposite. And I would guess, I haven't looked at the statistics. I've taken like psych of gender and whatnot, but if there are more men who have successful mothers these days due to like women being able to have more jobs, then they would be raised wanting a woman who is successful and driven. So like in my experience, I'm very driven and whatnot. The men I've dated also have very successful mothers, but if the generation prior didn't grow up with that, then they maybe wouldn't be looking for it.
I mean, I suppose there's something to be said for parental role models, but I'm kind of more looking at it from perhaps a more innate evolutionary biological level. Ryan, do you have any thoughts on this?
I mean, from me
Like, you're a
being-
successful guy, right?
I would say so.
Do you care about what a woman makes?
Not at all. I think that's a big misconception that most girls don't understand about guys' preferences, which is a guy doesn't care at all how much money you make, or even if you're driven necessarily, as long as you upkeep and you're a normal, healthy, functioning adult. A guy will marry the Wendy's worker. Like, there was this girl at this bagel shop I would go to, and she was like, obviously makes little to no money, and I was like, I would save her.
No.
I didn't. I didn't save her, but it's one of those things that, yeah, even intelligence too. Like, I would say I want a smart girl. Like, I would want a girl who knows what she's doing, but I'll find myself even speaking to girls who are not smart, but I don't even care. Like, I care that they have EQ, but not necessarily IQ. I almost like knowing more than the girl, so I can be telling her how the way of the world, and she's like, I never even knew that until you told me. I almost enjoy that, as opposed to a girl that's super brainiac, that knows everything and makes money. I would almost prefer if she worked at Wendy's and didn't know much. That way I could, I don't know, I would like that. Shout out Wendy's.
J-Man973 donated
Thank you, Jay.
$99. Great show as always, Brian. Gonna have to catch the VOD. Lily is hand down the cutest guest you've had since Pilot Girl. If you're ever in Texas, I'd happily take you on a gym date.
I'm from
07's in the
Texas.
chat.
Oh,
I'm
You're-
from Texas.
oh, you're from Texas, but you don't live
I
in
live in
Texas.
Nashville, but I'm from Houston.
So you're saying your DMs are open?
Yes.
What if he's not a Christian man, though? Is that a deal breaker?
Yes.
Jay, are you a Christian man? You're going to have to be, and you have to wait until marriage, brother. So there is that. There is that. Okay, so my thoughts on this. I don't think, it does it for me. If a girl, her money, it's kind of like irrelevant. It perhaps might be relevant if she's actually prepared to like simp, but like most chicks who make money, like are not really women do not share their resources with men the same way that men share their resources with women. So like there's no men don't reap any benefit in the, like by dating a successful woman the same way that a woman might reap a benefit by being with a successful man. Because women really don't like, I'm not saying some women do, but generally speaking, I'd say most women are not super like down to really simp for dudes or share their resources with men. Even successful women, you'll hear from them, they still want the guy to pay for the first date. They'll be offended if the guy won't pay for the first date. So